What a job by the Raptors to be able to hang on and weather the storm that was the Dallas Mavericks and find a way to come away with the 120 victory, like I said, over the Dallas Mavericks in Dallas. Anybody telling me this was an easy game coming in, you are blind and do not look at standings and statistics, because the Dallas Mavericks on the road are 4-20. That is awful. However, at home, they are 18-6. That is fantastic. For a team coming into the game who was 22-26, you know, those records, by the way, were before the game and not after. We're 22-26. You look at that record, you're like, yeah, team you should beat. But you look at the home and road splits, it's massive. So you can't take this game lightly at all. Plus, Luka Doncic is playing some ridiculous basketball. He is a freak of nature out there. His step back is so dirty. And it was on display tonight. He was spectacular. As much as the Raptors did beat the Mavs, Luka Doncic, second triple-double of the season, 35, 12, and 10. Unbelievable. He shot 14 for 24. He was spectacular. However, some decisions late in the game I didn't really like on his part, but I'm a Raptor fan, so I'm okay with it. And guys, the Raptors, let's break these things quarter by quarter, because it was kind of a roller coaster ride. First quarter, the offense is flying on all cylinders. The Raptors were 38 in the first, and it feel like they can't miss a shot. However, they give up 32, but you're still +6 after one quarter of play. So we got to take that positive out of that and move into the second quarter. Much better second quarter. You only score 32, which, considering, I guess, 38. You score 70 points at the half. The offense was flowing in the first half. Beautiful to see. You only give up 26 in the second quarter. Raptors up by 12 heading into halftime. 70-58. And we're just feeling good. But you can't sit back, because this team is at home. And you're telling me the coach didn't go in there and say, hey, these guys paid to be here. How about we should put on a show for them? The Raptors kind of kick their feet up. You know, where are they going next? I'm sure you're going to see here, guys. They don't play for quite a while till Thursday, and they take on the Milwaukee Bucks at Scotiabank Arena. So whether they already get their suitcases packed heading back to Toronto? Because in the third quarter, the Raptors just flat out came and flat out stunk. The Raptors did not make a shot. Their first 10 attempts they missed starting the third quarter. And just like that, your 12-point lead was gone. Who ended that 10, possession, or I guess 10 missed field goals run? Kawhi Leonard. He gets a rebound on the defensive end and is like, you know what? Screw this. I'm just going straight down to the bucket and getting myself an and one. And he does just that. Beautiful job by Kawhi, going right at the defense, getting the contact, and being able to finish. What an amazing job. That ends that run. Thank God. But I mean, it's still a terrible quarter whatsoever. 30-15 in favor of the Mavs. And the Raptors go into the fourth quarter down by 3 after being up 12 at the half. That is awful. We go to the fourth quarter, and the Raptors have to find some way of waking up. And they did. It took a little bit, though. At one point in the fourth quarter, Raptors were down by 6, But the only reason this team was staying in the game in the fourth quarter, and guys, get this. The only reason they were staying in the game in the fourth was, one, their defense, because it did tighten up there, and their 3-point shot. Yeah, that's the reason they stayed in the game. Reason I say that, because they were having droughts and they couldn't make baskets. They were getting stops. That's great. And then Powell comes down, right? Ready to look for a pass or look for a move. Nope, steps in, takes a 3 from right in the middle. Bang, knocks it down. Big shot. And then another time, I don't know if it was Fred passing it to VanVleet or somebody passed to Fred VanVleet in the corner, drains the 3. Look, it was raining threes for the Raptors tonight. The team shot only 45% from the field. However, they shot 50% from beyond the arc, 17 for 34. Weird game, but I'll take it. And I was sitting here watching the game. The last 5 minutes, Oh, I watched the game, but I'm saying in the last 5 minutes, Raptors were either up by 2 or down by 2. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, very tough team at home. Doncic is a freak. The Raptors have no momentum right now. And in late game situations, the Raptors have not been really good. Let's see what they can do here. And they found a way with good defense and making their wide open looks. And that right there is the reason this team won the game today. Lowry made some big shots in the fourth quarter. Kawhi made some gigantic shots. Ibaka on the glass was fantastic in the fourth quarter. Look, this was a team effort. 6 guys in double figures. Lowry with 19. Kawhi with 33. The guys got the job done on the road, and they were able to fend off. Like, the way that run went in the third quarter, I'm like, this team is hot. They're at home where they're damn good. This might not end well. But the Raptors hung in there for the most part of the fourth, and then when the timing was right, they made that punch, and they finished off the Dallas Mavericks in Dallas. That is a gutsy, grind-it-out win by the Toronto Raptors today. Is it pretty? First 2 quarters were pretty nice. Third quarter, not so much. And the way it ended, But you won the game. On the road, against a hard team. I'll take it. And I'll enjoy it. Because this is one we have to enjoy, guys. Let's break down the stats here real quick. I already said 6 guys in double figures. Pascal Siakam had 14. And guys, I got a question for you. We've all talked about Siakam for most improved player, and I am one of those people. I do agree he should win it. However, I look at Siakam at some points, and I feel that he's forcing it a little too much at times. He had 14 points today, but he was 4 of 11 shooting. I feel like sometimes when he's backing guys down, and he's not able to, because their defender is backing him down really, or is holding his ground really well, he still tries to force up a really tough shot. And guys, if you look at Jonas Valanciunas, a big thing I like about JV is he has 2 moves that he does in situations like that. His is either step back and do his little fade that he does, because he's pretty damn good at it, or he kicks it to somebody else, and they work the play around, or he kicks it to somebody, and they give it right back to him, and then he goes to work. But with Siakam, at least in this game, I saw a few times where he forced his shots. Now, he gave you 14. He did give us, a steal in the game. He was a plus 10 on the floor. He was perfect 5 of 5 from the free throw line. I'm not complaining about the game. I'm just trying to find things about Pascal that maybe he can work on a little bit. And I think that is one thing, right? We talked about Norman Powell last year forcing his shots, but he was doing it for everything, and that was an issue. Kawhi Leonard, guys, like I said, 33 points, but he also had 10 rebounds to go along with that, 3 assists in the game, 10 of 23 shooting, so not what we're used to seeing from Kawhi, but still 33 is ridiculous, and is one game away from tying Vince Carter for the most consecutive 20-point games in a Raptors jersey. He's already passed DeMar DeRozan, and Carter did it twice of 23 games. Kawhi Leonard has 22 after tonight's 33-point performance. He was 10 of 11 from the free throw line, 3 of 8 from three-point land, was plus 1 on the floor. I thought he was great tonight, especially late in the game when this team needed him the most. He was really, really good. Like I said, Ibaka, you know what? Serge had a slow start to the game. I think he only made 2. He was 0 of 3 to start the game, I think it was. But he ended up being 11 and 11. 11 points, 11 rebounds, couple assists, 3 and 9 shooting, 5 of 8 from the line. He gave me a steal. He gave us 2 blocks. Well, yeah, he was a -2 on the floor, but he gave you the good defense. He rebounded the ball 11 times, because with JV out, rebounding is something we're always going to worry about. And what were the numbers today? +1 in favor of the Raptors, and offensive boards +1 in favor of the Raptors. So you know what? The Raptors did not let DeAndre Jordan work. DJ only had 9 rebounds. Now, ideally, he's not the same DeAndre Jordan as he once was, but he's still averaging almost 14 rebounds a game. Raptors, without JV, hold him to 9. Big, big impact there. Great job by Serge Ibaka being able to box him out constantly. Lowry, can we please stop saying on a gamely basis, if Lowry has a bad game, trade him. If he plays a good game, oh, he's back. Can we please stop that? Because for a few reasons. Number one, as much as we talk about, some people talk about him getting traded and everything, is he actually going to get moved? No. So deal with it. And Lowry tonight gave you 19 points, 5 boards, 9 assists. Yeah, 5 of 14 ain't great from the field. 4 of 4 from the line, 5 of 10 from 3. He shot 50%. He knocked down 5 triples. Do the math, people. 15 points. 15 of his 19 were beyond the arc. And the other 4 were at the free throw line. Lowry was good from beyond the arc, and he also gave you a steal. He gave you a couple blocks. He was plus 8 on the floor. He was damn good tonight. 3 of the last 4, he's been good. And how about we don't get on his rear end for one bad game? Because we don't do that for Pascal. We don't do that for Danny Green when they have a rough game. Lowry was good tonight. How about we enjoy that? Danny Green had a good one, though. He had a good one tonight. 10.7 rebounds, 4 of 6 shooting, 2 of 3 from beyond the arc, 2 steals in the game today, plus 8 in the floor. Thanks for coming out, Danny. He just does his job every night. Beautiful. Fred VanVleet, you never know what you're going to get from this guy. I mean, 13 points, 6 assists, and 4 of 9 shooting, 3 of 4 from 3. He was knocking down his shots. That's great. Finally. The one problem I have with Freddie, though, is when he drives and there's 2 giant guys in front of him, he still tries to go up with it. I'm not sure what your plan is there, bud. In that case, you kick it to somebody. But for Fred, he was good tonight. He gave you 13 in 21 minutes. He gave you 6 assists. He shot 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. Yeah, minus 7 on the floor, but he did a job there tonight, and I'm happy for him. Powell, just automatic. 9 points in 16 minutes, 2 of 3 shooting, 1 of 1 from 3, 4 of 4 from the line. Money was Norman Powell. DeLon Wright did not play in the last game. Really interesting to not see him play in the last one. He had 9 points in 13 minutes. He was 3 of 4 shooting, 1 of 1 from 3. He had a steal and a block as well. I thought he was pretty impressive there in the minimal minutes he got. OG Anunoby, guys, only 5 points and 2 rebounds in 11 minutes. Not bad. He knocked down a 3, so if we're talking about getting him back into the rhythm, seeing him knock down a 3, and he was 1 of 3 from beyond the arc, but seeing him knock one down, it's nice to see. You know? And Monroe only plays 3 minutes. Tells you right there how much work Serge Ibaka had to do today. He played, 36? Lowry played 37, Siakam 37, and Leonard 35. So they played a ridiculous amount of minutes today. But I wonder why, right? They played the great first quarter. They ended the game fantastic. Holy smokes, this is a long video. And you have 3 days off, 4 days off if you count game day. So I understand why you could play in that time. Now, next up, the Raptors head home, taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. Now the question arises, though, do you really want first place? Because Philly and Boston are sitting there in the 4-5 seed. Now, you can argue and say that with Oladipo out, how is that going to fare for Indiana staying in third place? Well, what do you guys feel? What are your guys' thoughts towards that? All right, I'll say it in the comments, actually. So that's going to do it for this one, you guys. If you guys enjoyed this video and you guys enjoyed the victory today, smack that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below, guys. What are your thoughts on that whole first place deal? Do you guys want to say, screw who we're playing in the playoffs, let's get first? Or do you want to play that game of, let's get second and hope they stay 4-5? I don't know. It's a really tight race. But I want to hear what you guys have to say about that. Who's your MVP in today's game? Would you give it to Kyle? Would you give it to Kawhi? Do you have anybody else you'd give it to? Let me know in the comments below, guys, and I will talk to you guys Wednesday or Thursday podcast edition. Links are in the description for the podcast channel and for the podcast itself on iTunes. Twitter is also down below, guys. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff, and I will talk to you guys Leafs edition. Yeah, we're going to be saying this one game for quite some time now. The Leafs don't play until February 1st. As they head to Detroit to play at Little Caesars Arena against the Detroit Red Wings to start off the informal second half of the year, the post-All-Star break part of the season. 7:30 puck drop there on Friday, February 1st. And as for the Toronto Raptors, guys, as we said, they don't play until Thursday as the Raptors welcome in the Milwaukee Bucks to Scotiabank Arena. 8 p.m. tip-off, primetime game as the Raptors host the Bucks. It's going to be a doozy at Scotiabank Arena. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Talk to you guys then.